Hi, it's Liam here from Muscle Doctor, and today I've got a really nice shoulder mobility drill that's going to help you to loosen up those shoulders, the scapula and scapulo-thoracic area. So what you're going to need for this is a resistance band, a bit like this. It can be a whole one. This one just happens to have snapped at some point, but it's perfect for mobility drills. So what we're going to do is just grab it at its edges like this, and you're going to pull it apart, and then we're going to go up, over the head, and then back around the back of the body, the base of your spine, keeping that width at all times, and then you're going to bring it back up and back to the waist. And we're going to go like that and try and keep a nice fluid movement, a nice rotation of the arm, and keeping the chest up at all times to encourage that scapulo-thoracic mobility. And you'll find that the speed increases, the movement gets a little bit easier. But what happens when it gets too easy? Well, we can progress. So we've currently got it at the edges of the bands. We can move it in about a fist width each side, and this is going to cause you to need to pull apart a bit harder, and it's going to be a little bit harder to get that over the top of the head. So let's see how we go. So there's more resistance. It's feeling good. And as it starts to loosen up, you will find you gain more mobility and more range of motion, and the movement gets a little bit easier. And then we can increase it further. So we're bringing those arms right into the center now, skipping ahead a few stages. And we go up. And that's too far for me. So we've reached our limit there. So what we want to do in that occasion is just bring it back out about fist width. And give it another go. Out. Okay, that's just within my comfort zone, so we're going to stick with that. And when you found that sweet spot, just go for about 15 to 20 reps, or as many as you need. Now there is a way that we can progress that further, and it's with our trusty friend, the broom handle. So like I said in the previous video, if you haven't got one of these already, get yourself one. They're great and handy for so many things. So we're going to start with our grip at the very edge of the broom handle like this. Arms straight out in front, and bring it to your waist, and then we're going to come up, straight arms right out in front of you, to the top of the head. And we're going to see how far we can get behind. I'm going to take a step forward, and you get a lovely extension of the thoracic spine there, and nice and slow and controlled. And then we come back up and back to the waist. So we're going to go again. So this doesn't feel too far off my limit. So if that's the case with you, I'd encourage you to do a good 15 or 20 reps until you feel those shoulders start to loosen up a bit. And you can see the movement's getting more fluid, it's feeling more comfortable to me. And when that happens, as with before, we can progress the movement. So we're going to go in just a touch, because I don't think I'm going to be able to handle much further in than that. And we can start again and see how we go. So down to the waist, up out in front, up above. And that is definitely the limit for me. Whew. So it's uncomfortable, but it's not painful. So if that's the case, I'm just going to keep going. As long as it's not painful to do so. You may think otherwise by the faces I'm pulling. And one more. And contrary to what you might think, that feels great. So give that a go. Try 15 or 20 reps, and then move the grip in as far as you can go without causing any pain. Get those shoulders moving better. Thanks for watching.